Morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good. How are you doing?
September 28th, I think it is, 2011. Is that right? Correct date?
I think so. It's Wednesday, actually.
Good.
And looking forward to hearing all about you. And can you tell us your name again for us?
Russ Alexander.
Wow, I like that. You're sounding very nice.
The speech is pretty good this morning, isn't it? Not bad.
Yeah, your speech is doing very nicely.
Good.
And so, Russ, just to give us a little synopsis, a little story, tell us a little bit more about when you were first coming about with understanding that you're having Parkinson's.
I think it was about 4 years ago. And I was walking on Bubba Island with my friends, and I noticed my walk was getting funny, my body shape was getting funny. So I thought that maybe it was a motorcycle injury I had years ago, and I went to the doctor and they x-rayed me and all that kind of stuff, and there was nothing wrong there. So finally I got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease after being checked out many times. It was 2006, 2007, I think.
And how has it affected your life? Can you give us the Reader's Digest version?
Well, basically, it makes it so I can't work anymore. If you can't walk, can't talk, you can't even write your name, what can you do for a living? You know, and I thought I could do network marketing, MLM, for a living. I could do that for a living, maybe. So that's the only thing I could do. So I think I'm going to work on MLM as much as I can.
And now you were very successful in real estate. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I was MLS Salesman of the Year 2 times by Board of Realtors, which is the highest #1 agent in sales. That was the 70s, so I had a lot of energy and a lot of I guess energy is a good word, yeah, in the 70s.
Good.
And I had my own real estate office. One time I had 42 people working for me. I was very successful in real estate at the time, but you know, all the money's gone now, unfortunately, over the period of time. And now I'm scrambling around here at this stage of life.
And tell us a little bit about where all that money went. And did you have cars or different possessions?
I had a car. I had a lot of cars. I didn't lose money on the cars. I lost money in real estate, ironically. I would invest money in real estate, and if I had all the money I earned and kept in the bank, I'd be in good shape. But I invested in real estate and lost a lot of money when the market went down, that sort of thing. I went through two recessions and lost a lot of money during those times. My down payment disappeared when the economy went bad. It happened to a lot of people. I don't feel bad. It just happened to a lot of people. It's not just me.
And tell me about your medical condition and how that affected you financially as well.
Well, not being able to work, you can imagine, if tomorrow you have no income, zero income, what could you do for a living, and how would you live? It's very difficult. I'm living on disability now, and my disability is very limited, and it's very difficult to make it every month. It's very real tough now.
What type of disability are you on? Is it permanent or not permanent?
It's permanent, yeah, it's permanent.
Permanent disability. And tell us a little bit about your operation that you had.
I had a deep brain surgery, and the results of it are not that great. I don't think I really gained that much from it. $80,000 operation I had 3 years ago.
But was it, what was the purpose of the operation?
Just eliminate dyskinesia, which I still have a little bit of it now, and eliminate the trembling, and to make my walk and talk better. But it basically made my speech worse, and my walk is not affected at all, but it did help with the dyskinesia and did help with the trembling.
So did it help you with the trembling and the shaking?
Yes.
Okay, so that was that, but how about the walking at the time? How was that for you?
It's about the same as it was.
So can you describe what that's like, the type of walking you were doing?
I have freezing, which means that I just freeze, and I'm walking along, all of a sudden just like somebody turns the key off. And the walking, I'm in a big open area like a yard is fine, but in the tight areas like doorways or there's lines in the pavement, or there's tight narrow hallways, or people or something ahead of me kind of in my way, barricading me, whatever, it really is noticeable.
So you had this operation, and this is a pack that you have right here?
Yes, right here. Yeah. And it's a battery pack. It goes up, simulates the brain.
And so it gives a message to the brain to stop the tremoring and the shaking, and that was successful. That part of it was successful.
Yes.
Well, good. Now, I know that you've been on ASEA for a while. How many weeks have you been drinking ASEA?
About 3 weeks now.
About 3 weeks. And you started out at 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces at night for the first 3 days. Then you upped it to about 8 ounces after about 5 days, or after about 4 days. Is that correct? Approximately after about 4 days, you upped it to about.
About a week later, I upped it.
About a week later, you upped it.
And a week later after that.
Okay, good. And so that was 8 ounces a day at that time that you upped it to, spreading it out throughout the day.
Yes.
And now you're up to how many ounces a day?
12.
12 ounces a day.
I'm assuming I'm going to taper back off again. I'm on 12 right now for the last.
Okay, so you're on 12 right now, and you're going to taper back off when it's appropriate. And then, are you consuming more water, or is that something that's important to you right now, the
Yes, I'm
understanding?
trying to consume more water. Year after me to consume more water every day, and it's a good thing. It's just I'm doing as best I can with water.
Okay, good. So previous to ASEA, you were stopping a lot in your walk, and every little thing would make you stop. For example, a narrow hallway or a crack, just lines in the pavement, things like that. And so now what I'd like you to do for us is let us know what is this mechanism that keeps you from shaking, that has been recently turned off. Is that correct?
Yeah, I turned it off just to see the effect it would have, and it really hasn't had much of an effect. Actually, my speech is better, my walking's actually gotten better since I shut it off.
So now wait a minute, this is something that keeps you from tremoring and shaking, and when you turn it off it makes your body goes back to tremoring and shaking when you turn it off normally?
Normally, yes.
And so what has happened for you now?
It's not doing that.
What's not, your body's not what?
There's definitely an effect. The disease definitely has an effect on me.
You're seeing that you're not tremoring and shaking? Is
No,
that
no,
is
not-
that my understanding? Let me take a look at your hands. Wow. You could be like a brain surgeon. Hang on just a minute. Look at that. And this mechanism has been shut off for how many days now?
4 or 5 days now.
4 or 5 days now. And been on ASEA for how many weeks?
About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks. Wonderful. Russ, I would like you to show us your walk right now. Would you be able to walk and go down a narrow hallway for us,
Yes.
even go to the front door?
Do my best, yeah.
And normally, Russ, don't you walk with a cane normally?
Where's my cane?
There's back there.
You want to follow me?
I'll follow you. Wow, look at that. That's phenomenal. Can you come to the front door for me? And now this is a narrow hallway. Aren't you supposed to be stopping your walking? And you normally stop when you make a turn, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Congratulations, Russ. This is phenomenal. And so
Big benefit so far. See how long it lasts.
we'll see how things go, step by step.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.